Hello, I'm John Burton and I'm the British representative of the programme for Belize. The main objective of the programme is to save tropical rainforest in Belize. Unlike many other countries in Central and South America, it still has a lot of its forest cover. In fact, over 90% of the forest still survives. The programme from Belize was launched in Britain in May 1989 with support from Tate & Lyle. Gerald Durrell came over specially for the launch, and at it, Dean Linder was presented with a cheque for £25,000 from the Today newspaper. The Today newspaper published a special supplement on the environment which featured the programme for Belize and was supported by not only Gerald and Lee Durrell, but David Bellamy and Sir David Attenborough. The area of forest we're trying to save is 150,000 acres, and it's crisscrossed with old logging trails, mostly overgrown. It's where the mahogany loggers took the wood out, and we've opened up one or two to give a limited amount of access, and we've also found the jaguars use them to hunt along. Now you can help save this forest by collecting aluminium cans like these. Each aluminium can is worth enough to buy just over 1 metre of forest. Now I've walked 25 metres, and 25 cans will save all that forest and all those trees in it and all the rest of the wildlife that lives in the forest.
Oh, Maureen, for heaven's sake, be careful. You're clumsy.
Oh, look, there's the RAF.
What did you expect? The British Army are out here, too.
I never thought of that.
No, I don't suppose you did. We came to Belize because we like ecology, we like things that are not too touristy, and we also heard we can buy a piece of rainforest, and we're very interested in that.
Eventually, you know, it'll set the ball rolling, we hope.
What I think we'll do is we'll have a quick look at Belize City, we'll go out to the coral reef, and then go west to see some of the Mayan ruins, and then up from there to the programme for Belize.
Off to the jungle at last.
Thank goodness, but I hope it doesn't do this all the time.
Yes. I bet you a lot of people will want
they
to go
want
and
to see what they're buying, yes.
And I wonder if they can stop too many people going. I mean, they're going to have to try and persuade lots and lots of people to buy it.
Mm.
But they want to keep out most of them.
Come and buy it, but don't come.
Look at that.
Depressing, isn't it?
Oh, it's awful.
They shouldn't be allowed to do it, the question.
At last we've got here.
Oh, lovely.
This is the rainforest that you're going to have these 11 acres in.
We haven't seen many animals, really, have we?
No, not really. It's not like the TV series where they sort of leap out at you. But then we make such a noise that they've all probably fled to the back of the forest. It's a bit disappointing, really.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the jaguar. I really would. But tell you what.
I'd like to give you the certificates for the purchase and the endowment of your 11 acres and say thank you very much and wish you many, many more years of travel.
Lovely.
It's lovely,
We're
isn't it?
really
Look.
thrilled, yes.
See?
Oh, that's marvellous.
Wonderful, isn't it?
Yes, we're really
Just look.
pleased. So we don't get our own little acre at all?
Well, no, I'm just trying to explain to you. You can't go out there and build a hut on it. You've actually paid to preserve it. It's a charity to save the rainforest. Yes. And it's only £25 an acre.
Well, they get to see water now. Lots of water. You see another one?
Try to get that one in now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether it is or not. 6. There's another one. There's another one over there. Spider.
Those are leaf cutter ants, so they're not the red ants.
Nicola.
There's one inside my shirt.
Oh, God. Where's this one going?
You sure? Oh, it's up the back. No?
I like it.
There it is, it's come out.
It's come out.
I like it. But can you see another one like there?
You got them all.
This man isn't right in there. Paul, come on, hold it. Don't drop it.
Don't drop it.
It's not on it.
Sit on your shoulder.
This time, they're buying an island. Lying just off mainland Negros is the island of Danhugen. It's here that the World Land Trust is supporting the Philippine Reef and Rainforest Conservation Foundation, a local non-government organisation. So why the interest in Danhugen? Well, for such a small area, it's incredibly rich. The research station is bordered by limestone forest, home to a range of plants and animals of which little is known. The island's lagoons are lined with mangroves, forming a boundary between land and sea, an inspiration for researchers. But perhaps Danhugen's greatest treasure lies beneath the waves. The coral reef surrounding the island is a very special one. Incredibly, the biodiversity of the reef surrounding Danhugen rivals that of Australia's Great Barrier Reef. It was one man's vision that started this project. Jerry Ledesma. As he would say, his love affair with Danhugen began when he first saw the island. It's the total commitment of people like Jerry that makes conservation projects work. But his foundation needs help.
The funds that the government has earmarked for development most often go to poverty alleviation. So that is the primary reason why we had to seek assistance elsewhere. This island is rich, it's truly worth saving, and we cannot do it by ourselves. We are glad that World Land Trust has responded.
Most of them were hidden in forest. It's very difficult. But here, you can actually stand here, and behind us we've got the boundary fence, the south boundary, and virtually everything you see in that direction is part of the project.
And of course in Belize you don't see the animals, you know they're there, but
here we see them all the time.
Oh yes, I mean, it was Mark Cowarding once described this part of South America, the nearest thing in the New World, somewhere like Serengeti. You actually see wildlife running around. It's great.
It's a terrible thing to say, but I sort of hope one of them's going to go for a pup. Maybe they could go for it and miss it. Oh, you just got a feeling any minute. Whoa, look at the speed. He's going really fast at the shore. Do you think that went for something? It's left a huge wake. Oh, he's got the seal. Oh, it's got the pup. That's why they're called killer whales. He's let it go. He's trying to get off the beach. My goodness, extraordinary. The one that the orca went for is climbing out of the sea. What did I say? I'd love to see it have a go at a pup, but wouldn't it be nice if the pup got away? Just once or twice in your life, you get what you wish for.
Well, you see, elephants can be very easily described in 2 words. And if you have to, they are big nomads. They are mega herbivores, so they eat a lot of food. And to sustain that sense of eating, if they stay in one place, they'll eat up a forest. So they have to move. They have to be a nomad. They have to move between forest patches. And any patch of land that connects two patches of forest is called a corridor. Well, if you have to protect elephants in India, there are only 2 things you have to do. One is to ensure that they're not killed for their teeth, for ivory. And the other is to ensure that there's enough habitat for them to live in. And if you're talking about habitat for them to live in, corridors are the most critical part. So about 7 years ago, the Wildlife Trust of India, along with the Asian Elephant Conservation Center, set out to map these corridors. And it has taken us 7 years, but now we know that there are 88 critical patches of land that have to be conserved if we want to have elephants for the next 100 years.